I have officially made it. I was on mainstream Japanese TV, all thanks to my ridiculous Ran to Japan journey. And that is just the start, as we've got radio chats, newspaper features, and much, much more in today's groundbreaking episode. So let's get straight to reacting to all of it. Kicking things off with the biggest running event of the spring season. London Marathon what? Forget it. The Yamagata Ekiden is where it's at. A 3-day battle spanning the whole prefecture and contested over 300 kilometers of relay legs, with the local towns scrap it out to be crowned the strongest team in Yamagata. It's non-stop action and I'll be right in the thick of it, as we just had our final training session here, followed by the team announcement. Despite only being a couple weeks into my comeback after jogging for a whole month, I've ended up on the longest leg of the entire Ekiden, 20.2k, where notoriously the top guys run. No pressure. And if that wasn't brutal enough, I'm coming back on day 3 for another pivotal stage of the race. 13.4k this time, so there really is no rest for the wicked. And they aren't playing around with this race. We had a formal ceremony with the local council to officially recognise our Nanyo Higashi Okitama team in all its glory. So the hype for this Ekiden is building. I've started seeing some little posters and stuff around town. As the race draws near, the people are getting more and more excited. And I've been tipped off this morning that we may have just featured in the Yamagata Shinbun newspaper. So I hit my local konbini and I picked up this little bad boy here. I feel like a proper local geezer pulling up with my Japanese newspaper. But let's see where this Ekiden feature is. Something sick about this compared to like an online article. Something about having it in the newspaper. Oh, here we go. So they've got a full spread, I think, of all the teams here. Yeah, here we go. Who's that we have here? Spot the odd one out. So we've obviously got a whole load of Japanese. Oh, actually, there's a Kenyan there. So actually some of the other teams, the rivals, have a couple weapons by the look of it. Oh, there's Benjamin as well. He's another Kenyan who I know, 209 runner. And then, who's this little guy? Oh, Jacob Barraclough. So it's in age order going down the full squad. I think there's about 25 members maybe, and quite a few of the ND Soft boys as well in there. So we've got a strong team. We are the defending champions. Oh wait, and I've just realised here, all these adverts at the bottom put in by local companies are shouting the teams out. Gambare, like good luck to whatever this team is. Can't read that kanji, but you get the idea. Yeah, there's another team here. So it's a proper local community event. Oh, there's even more here. Yeah, this is sick. It's taken over half the newspaper. And we're still a few days out, so I guess the hype will keep building throughout this week. There was actually one of the radio shows this week that were chatting all about the race, giving a little rundown of different teams. Like, they had a few interview segments from each of the coaches and the captains and stuff.
4月27日から3日間にわたりまして春の出味を駆け抜ける山形県縦断駅伝競争大会、今年で
南陽東沖多摩駅伝チームの佐藤真二です。今年のチームテーマは愛はチームを救うです。特に昨年は愛をめぐって様々なドラマがありました。やはり私たちは競技者である前にそれぞれの家庭や職場があります。ここをおろそかにしてしまうと痛いしっぺ返しが来るということをチーム全員が身をもって実感しました。支えてくれた家族、送り出してくれる職場の方、そして応援してくれる地元の方、そういった方々の愛があるからこそ本番スタートラインに立てています。それぞれの愛をたすきに込めて愛のこもったたすきリレーを見せられるよう山形県縦断駅伝を全力で走り抜けます。今年は総合優勝を目指し頑張ります。応援よろしくお願いいたします。
Ah, it's beautiful stuff. The Japanese guys give everything to this, and we are the reigning, defending champs. So the pressure is on to deliver the goods. Now in prep for the Ekiden, I'm heading out to my day 3 leg spot to give the course a cheeky recce. Now as we drive over to the station to get a local train out there, let's just whack the radio on, see what's popping.
I complete a rap, now I'm moving on. I bet you never thought you'd hear me on this kind of song. I'm bringing punk rock back, feeling brand new. Cause I'm with Barraclough, there's nothing that I can't do. Used to panic when I land, I was out of control. No signal, no data, I was out on my own. But that all changed when I met you. By my side all the time, you helped me get through. No more running in circles. Lead up for the track when I roam. Hit the ground and it's working. I never look back when I go. He can rap, he can sing that like he's him. Is can do. Use the code down below for your resim. Told you Barraclough the fast move. I'm overseas but it feels like I'm home. I got you right here on my phone. We stay connected all over the globe. Went to Japan 3, that's your code. I'm overseas but it feels like I'm home. I got you right here on my phone. We stay connected all over the globe. Went to Japan 3, that's your code.
So I'm jumping on what looks like the smallest train of all time. Got my little ticket here. Obviously had to pay for that with cash because they don't take card. It's like some old school world here. We're going proper rural Japan out to the Ekiden starting spot. So I'd never have ended up in a random little village like this if it wasn't for the race, but what an adventure we've got in store. It's a proper Marathon Monk covert mission, this. So I've just pulled up here in a place called Kawanishi, and I think this is where my leg starts. As you can tell, it's a little bit quiet around here. I'm not sure it's going to be absolutely popping when I get going. Maybe all the town come out for the Ekiden, we'll have to see. But I'm getting the impression right now that I might be the first ever foreigner to set foot here. And it's a nice toasty day, actually. We can see up there, what's that, 21? And the sun's out bright and powerful, so it's good prep. I'm layered up as well. I've been trying to get that heat prep in as well. So if it is a hot day, then hopefully the sauna and all this heat training recently will pay off. But I'm just heading to the start now. So I've got the route plugged in on my watch. I'm gonna run the entire course. It's, I think, 13.5K, my leg. So this is it. This right here is the starting point. And you can just imagine the crowd's going absolutely wild as Barraclough takes the sash and hits the front. I can't quite believe I've swapped the London Marathon for this Yamagata Ekiden, but I guess within Yamagata, this is a big deal. The radios, the TV, they're talking about it. So I'm sure when it comes race day, it's going to be going off right here. So let's hit the roads and visualize that Ekiden glory. So the idea with this is course scouting, so I can kind of know when it comes to real thing, like if there's any uphills, downhills, when I'm at like 5K point, 10K point, when I might want to make a move, because the Ekidens are very tactical. So I'll be trying to kind of break the group I'm in, get as far ahead as I can. I don't know, there's going to be some quick runners, I think, on that third day. Apparently all the strongest guys run then. So there's a fair few elite runners in each team, as well as some very, very good amateurs. So looking at past year's results, I'll need to drop 3-minute flat per K just to come in the top 3 on this leg. God, this is so nice running out here. That's actually going to be a fun part of the Ekiden, exploring all these random little places out here in the countryside. That right there is the spirit of the Ekiden, connecting the prefecture of Yamagata. What an honour to run it. I'm actually buzzing. So I was cruising down this country road. So far, no obstacles to report. Right, that's the first sign to Yonezawa that we've seen. I think we're about halfway now. So hopefully I'm still feeling strong at this point. Halfway in, and this is when I'm moving through, attacking the field. Race harder, not smarter. Let's go. Just gone through the 10K mark, so I'll have 3 and a bit K to go. My legs actually feel knackered today. It was crazy. I did a 30K run, my longest run ever. The first run over 2 hours in about 6 months. And that banged me up so unbelievably badly. We're now 5 days later and I'm still feeling it. I'm actually getting slightly worried about the Ekiden. Will I still have some crazy DOMs going into that? Because that day 1 20K leg is going to be tough. And that's also got a ton of hills. So the last thing I want for that is to be tired going in. Hopefully I can turn things around in time and pull this one out the bag. Cool, it's going to be tight. So the full Ekiden race vid will be going up next week as I break down all the action. Just reached the finish here. Actually pretty cool. They've got a sign here, you can see there. I mean, you probably can't read it, but it's cheering on the Yonezawa team. Obviously, the locals, they'll be out cheering for them. Saying they're going for the win. 29th of April, day 3. Yeah, Yonezawa, you ain't getting it, boys. This will be the mighty Nanyo team, powering through for the dub. Right, time to finish off this run. I've got another 2K or so back to the car, and then I'm absolutely starving. We can find some good scran. You know what, it's a pretty good course, that one. I think compared to day 1, it's going to be a whole lot easier running this one. It's almost dead flat the whole way, and I think based off the prevailing wind direction, should be behind me the whole time, or mostly. It's a pretty comfy running, and judging by how hard that first day is, my leg's going to be absolutely cooked, so banged up. So I need as much help as I can get on day 3. So that's the prep done. Just got to hope my legs come good. I am feeling pretty shattered right now. The thunder thighs have taken an absolute battering. tiring. I've got 2 more days to recover, basically just some easy jogging. I haven't done a lot this week. I've even hit a bit of a taper coming in. I'd got up to 200k again recently, and this week I've dropped down to maybe 180, 170 to try and freshen up a bit. Use the race as my sort of down week, and then I'll bump the mileage up another step as I try and build that fitness back. This is a good little check mark, and right now we need some scran. I think I'm feeling a bit of sushi. Let's head over to Hammer, which is a chain I hit up recently. I completely forgotten about it, but I went there with my mate Kenshin. He recommended it, and it's an absolute bargain. You can clean up the plates there. So let's get a bit of early carbo loading in. And this was about to be some top tier scran. So get your pen and paper out and start taking notes for your next trip to Japan. So it's conveyor belt sushi this, and they give you a magical iPad with a never-ending array of options on it. So I went to work securing the goods. So I've placed a couple classic orders to get us started. We've got some of the salmon trio plate, and then I think I went for the slimy version. So that's the natto, okra, and squid, I think it looks like. Combo pack there. It's crazy the prices, 160 yen. That's about 70p for 3 pieces of sushi. So obviously the most exciting part is grabbing the sushi from the conveyor belt, and it looks like here we've got first up the fatty abalone with it's a little crispy onion top. I remember loving this one last time. They did a beef version as well. We might have to get that too. And then here's the triple salmon. A few different varieties there. Now what I'm missing, where is my chopsticks? I was just looking around for ages for my chopsticks. Turns out there's a hidden little drawer here. Look at that. Oh, and there we go. There's my next trio coming right up. Right, that's enough of this influencer bollocks. Enough filming. It's time to start eating. Just as good as I remembered. It's the crispy onions on top. Take it to another level. It's got a little spicy kick. I think it's chili oil mixed with crispy fried onions. Very solid start. Oh, next up the salmon, and that first piece, unbelievable. I think it's got a light little fry on it. Melt in the mouth. And then this next plate has the slimy goods. This is, I guess for most foreigners, the challenge plate. You've got your natto there, okra, which is slimy, a bit like cucumber, I guess. And then your raw minced tuna, I think that is. They should call this the eternal life plate, because that is the result upon eating it. That's a certified scran to Japan right there. Right, round one down. Let's flip this around and go back for more. So the next set's a little bit more unorthodox, a bit more like your foreign sushi in a way. You know, where they throw all kinds of random stuff in there. It's usually barely any raw fish, whereas classic sushi in Japan is just that. And speaking of which, what's that fried monstrosity we've got there? But you know what, I actually rate both kinds. I love the traditional stuff, but then equally these here can bang just as hard. Beef rib with crispy onion topping, prosciutto ham with avocado and mayo, and then some tempura'd squid, I think this one is. Mixing it up for round two. Let's see what the verdict is here. Oh wow, that is special. It's basically gyudon, but in sushi form. If you've ever had Sukiya, Yoshinoya, Matsuya, you know those chains always gone about, their classic is a beef bowl. And this is kind of a sushi version of it, but I tell you what, those onions, you put anything with them, the crispy chili onions, and that is incredible. I think I've been sleeping on the sushi. I'll only come here occasionally with friends normally, maybe after a race or something. I think people got the impression that Japanese guys eat sushi like every day or even every week, but I reckon most people I spoke to, maybe once a month at most. I think the biggest difference between this kind of sushi and overseas is that even though this is dead cheap, like your bargain, bottom of the barrel, it's the rice that still hits, and I think that's what makes it so good. Overseas, they butcher the rice. It's rock hard and dry, and it just kills the sushi, even like when you're paying a decent amount of money for it. I'm starting to clean up pretty well here. I reckon I've got a couple more plates in me, and then maybe check out the desserts even. I've already done my 2 runs for the day, so it's purely recovery time now, refueling. So I comfortably knocked down another round of absolutely banging sea goodies, and then had no choice but to sample the banana choco parfait that capped off an unbelievable performance. Hammer sushi, you little beauty. That absolutely delivered. I'm well and truly full up right now. All of that for just over 2,000 yen. And I got a good old 10 plates in, including that cheeky chocolate and banana dessert. So it's hit the spot. It's covered you for all angles. And what am I going to give it? An overall score before. That was genuinely unbelievable. Because I've been to fancy sushi places before, but I hate to admit it, I actually think I prefer this. Just the amount of choices you get. So many different options. You can try out so many random stuff on the menu. That has got to get a 9.1. Believe it or not. Hammer Sushi, absolute bargain, rotating kaiten sushi spot, is getting a 9.1. That's got to be, outside of Sweet Treats, one of my highest rated spots ever. Now it's back to the headline news of this video. My long-awaited TV debut. Let's see how it all went down. So I can't believe I finally made my Japanese TV debut. It was a pretty funny one, this, that just came out of nowhere. So a bit of context. Back when I was in Tokyo, randomly in wintertime, I think I was walking around Shinjuku. So that's that crazy busy station near where I used to live. And they've always got a whole load of random film crews and there's always just chaos, like stuff going on. But this time we're walking along and for some reason got stopped by this film crew. And it turned out that they were interviewing foreigners, asking them about winter in Japan, I guess the differences between back home and here and whether they enjoyed winter or whatever, for some sort of random TV network that actually turned out to be one of the biggest ones in Japan. It's like Fuji TV, I guess like the BBC back in the UK. This is big time, mainstream TV. So I guess the more they chatted with me, the more they realised that I was a bit of a unique case. I wasn't here like the other foreigners for the random anime stuff or winter festivals or all the shopping and entertainment and stuff around Tokyo. I said that all I cared about was that in wintertime in Japan, it's marathon season and the ekidens are popping. And they want to feature me on this TV program and schedule an official interview or whatever the next day. Now at the time when this program was aired on TV, I couldn't actually get access to it. My TV wasn't set up, so I ended up missing it and they said it wouldn't be uploaded online for another few weeks or whatever. I completely forgot about it and just now I've realised it's up on YouTube, so I thought, let's go check it out. We'll bang it on my laptop and it should be pretty funny to watch this thing back. So the video here, it's racked up 240k views. This is big time here. They absolutely love it. And the title is, obviously I'm having to pull out the Google Translate myself here. What's the difference? Foreigners rave about the Japanese winter. They investigate. All right, let's have a look.
今日の調べてみたらのテーマは
Japan's winter is really cold, but I love Japan's winter.
Okay, these are the kind of people I'm competing against. I love Japan winter. It's cold, but it's amazing. All right, I have a feeling my answers might be slightly different. Should we skip through? Looks like there's a whole bunch of different guys chatting about, I guess, whether it's shopping or... We've got a foreigner wearing shorts. That's classic. You'll see the Japanese guys, it can be 30 degrees outside. They'll still be rocking the coat, the leggings, the trousers, all of that. Foreigners, as soon as it's about 10 degrees here, t-shirts and shorts, let's go. What else have we got? So it looks like mostly tourists, I guess, coming in. All different countries here. We've got Argentina, France. Oh, here we go. It's my big moment. Okay. We'll have to check the comments as well after, see what the Japanese are saying about it.
あったかグッズの他にも日本の冬で見つけたお気に入りはあるようで
The start of this interview, I'm sorry, it's so funny. It was a fake setup, so they wanted it to look like I'd just come in out of nowhere, like, oh, I've been jogging in the street and like, can I interview you? Is that okay? They'd already chatted to me for an hour the day before and then set up this, I guess, retake as if I was just this random guy that they happened to come across on the street.
2年間前、日本に引っ越しました。runningのため。
He's absolutely nailed it, that opening line there. There we go. I was getting the Brooks in. I said that my big role in Japan was to showcase Brooks to the world. I'm glad they included some of those shots there. Big up the Brooks, taking over the Japanese market right here.
環境を求め日本にやってきたイギリス出身のプロランナージェイクさんは
There we go, Mr. Jake-san. And they're right, I guess I came here for the Japanese running culture from the UK. Let's see, what else do I have to say about it?
実は日本の冬好きです。because 毎日 like こんな感じ。like 雨全然ない。like 青、sky like it's very nice. イギリス
I've absolutely butchered that Japanese there. I felt like at the time I was doing well, but then I'm constantly throwing in the like, cause just randomly in the middle of a sentence. And then I think I'd forgotten the word for sky, so I just had to pull out the English. Luckily there was actually a translator there, but I thought I've got to give it as good go as possible in Japanese. They could have chosen a better part than that though.
青、sky like it's very nice. イギリスなら like 天気最悪。本当に。
That's a fact right there.
この週のイギリスの
I'm
天気を
slagging
見
off the
てみる
British
と
weather.
確
Oh, that's it. I said, check the British weather. I guarantee it's raining. Look at this. It was like every day in the week coming up had like 100% rain. Absolutely useless. When in Japan, it is incredible in winter. You can just run in these beautiful blue skies. I think for about 3 months, you don't see a cloud.
晴れの日が多い日本の冬は寒くても魅力的だと言います。さらに
一番好きなこと、
Showing off the layers I had there.
今、like 冬で駅伝シーズンですね。で、
たすきをつなげるっていうのが日本にしかない独特の文化だと思う。
Yeah, I think this got to the point where my Japanese had run out. I could explain about the simple aspects, but I think when the guy kept pressing for more and more detailed answers, then I had to switch it over to English. I'm gutted they haven't included all the beautiful Japanese I pulled out at the start. I swear, they've not included it, but it was definitely there. I gave a whole backstory about why I came here, how I was fascinated by the Japanese running culture, all of this in fluent Japanese, but for some reason they've not put that in.
思っていてすごく好きなんだ。
一方アメリカから来た夫婦は
You're
この日
taking
が
the
日本
piss.
最
That was my whole moment. No. Oh, they have done me dirty right there. We covered so many different topics. I was going on about the scran and everything, talking about all these different races I'd been to, what my plans were here, how I was going to move up north. I swear down, we were interviewing for about an hour. We even took all these fake set-up running shots, like B-roll kind of thing at Yogi Park. They were like filming me running around there. I was like, yeah, this is my local spot. I can't believe it. Is that it in the whole video? But let's check the comments actually, see if there's any Ran to Japan mentions. So I just typed in Jake or Ran to Japan. It seems like some of the Japanese people are following my channel, I guess watching the videos. So shout out to all of you. Big up my Nihonjin Torokusha. 本当にありがとうございました. And luckily we've got the Google Translator here. I could maybe understand some of them, but it's for your guys' sake. Obviously, my Japanese is perfect, but we've got a whole load of upvotes in this comment. This was one of the top ones actually. Wasn't Jake the one who came to Japan to become a professional marathon runner? He also has a YouTube channel. You're damn right I do. Let's go. Jake has only been in Japan for a short time, but his Japanese is already excellent. Come on. I didn't think that Japanese interview did me justice. The bits they picked, I was absolutely fumbling it, but I appreciate the support still. My Japanese has a long way to go though. Oh, it's Ran to Japan. I found out about him because he covered the Hakone Ekiden. Yeah, that video popped off with Japanese viewers. I think 80% Japanese viewers watching. Usually it's obviously like UK, US, Aussie, all of that, like right up there. But this was just Japanese takeover because they absolutely love the Ekidens. Like genuinely, it's bigger than marathons here. What else have we got? Oh, Jake is in it. He's got a YouTube channel, right? Oh yes. I rate that. My Japanese followers are growing. Hopefully me showcasing the Yamagata Ekiden will bring in a few more Japanese followers because that is a proper niche local event. So you guys have got that to look forward to next week. Forget the London Marathon. That is old news. The Yamagata Ekiden is where it's at. But this has been Jake with Ran to Japan. Remember, train harder, not smarter. Let's go.